So my house and M300 lathe was delivered by Steve Cox at Lift. A really nice chap, by the way. He was able to put them straight down on some casters, which we then used some straps to strap it down to the casters just to prevent them from moving underneath the lathe and potentially causing problems. Me and a friend were then able to move it around. For the worst part, getting it up the ramp and over the lip into the workshop. As you can see, the garden still needs a bit of work. That's a springtime job, I think. Once it was in, I took off the top of the headstock and had a look inside. The gearbox oil looks absolutely perfect. All the gears are perfect as well. Once I was happy with the gearbox and the overall condition, I started to clean the machine using some white spirit and plenty of blue rags and things like that. It's come out really nice. The lathe has really good screw cutting facilities. It's both metric and imperial. It's all done with these dials on here. You do have to change the change wheels for some of the coarser pitches, but other than that, it's all down with those 4 dials there. The carriage feels really nice and all the slides feel excellent. The gib strips are actually tapers and they're all in their fully outermost position, which is excellent, which means they're not worn at all really. You can adjust you can decide which way the feed goes using this plunger here, and the feed on and off just there, which is a nice lever, nice and assertive. There's your half nuts there for threading, and you've got a nice little plunger there for lubricating the whole assembly. The lathe itself came with 2 different chucks and a back plate for a chuck of my choice. I'm not sure what I'm going to get yet, but I've got all the keys for it and the reversing jaws for the 3-jaw. The other chuck was a 4-jaw. The reversing jaws look brand new. I don't think they've ever been used actually. The tool post is the quick change type. I've got 4 of these standard tool holders for normal turning tools, and also 4 Morse taper tools. I think it's a Morse taper 1 in there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. I think the first project on this lathe is going to be to make a handle there so I don't have to find the spanner to undo the nut when I want to adjust the angle. I'm changing the lathe to run off a VFD, which means changing the motor to 220 volts. I want the lathe to be able to be operated by this switch. I want it all to be standard, just using a VFD. The lathe came with lots of tooling. This sleeve turns the spindle down from Morse taper 5 down to Morse taper 3. Apparently they're often missing, so it's really nice to have one of those. It seems in really reasonable condition as well. Got some random carbide tip tooling. It did come with some more, but I've already put those away in the drawer as they seem to be in quite good condition. Some of the tooling seems to have been ground and fettled about with a bit, but I'm sure it's all still fine. Just got to try and hunt down some tips for it. I've got a live centre, which I'd like to try and remachine. It's got quite a few grooves worn in it. Hopefully it's not too hard. And a dead centre, that's high-speed steel, which is always nice to have. Again, some carbide tip boring bars, which again are always good to have really. And the keys for the 2 different chucks. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll keep you updated with the progress, and there'll be plenty of machining to come.